Everything went mostly normal for the family for the next couple of days. However, they began to run low on fruits and vegetables again. Therefore, another trip to the forest was due. Ida took her daughters down to the meadow to pick fruits and vegetables. Their dad was out hunting. The girls were doing as they were told, however, Samara got bored doing chores. After they moved to apple picking, Samara said, "I cannot wait to do some ceramics soon. What do you think, Clea?" Although she already knew the answer, Clea said that would be wonderful. We need to get back to doing that. Audrika rolled her eyes and said, "Oh, please get back to work, Samara." Samara said, "I can work and talk. Don't tell me what to do." The older two thought the same thought. Oh, younger siblings always think they know best. Despite the warning from her older sisters, Samara just did as she pleased. Samara continued to talk to her sisters. As Samara was talking, Audrika whispered, "Samara, Samara, Samara." And finally she got her sister's attention. Samara innocently asked, "Yes, what is it?" Audrika said, "Oh, please get back to work." Oh, as Samara was talking, therefore Audrika gave up. Samara said, "Oh my goodness, Mary is so annoying on that show. She is the worst character ever. She is supposed to be the heroine. However, she broke into her friend's house and stole her phone." Samara continued her chatter. She said, "I wish they would have made Matt the protagonist instead. He is so much less annoying than Mary." Suddenly, another nymph walked over to the sisters and said, "Oh my goodness, do you ever shut up?" And Samara was surprised at this woman's anger. Clea got up in the woman's face and said, "If you don't like it, then fuck off. Can't you pick your shit somewhere else? You don't need to be near us." Most of the nymphs in the surrounding area looked at Clea and the rude nymph as Clea was yelling at her, but they were shocked and silent at the outburst. The nymph was surprised at Clea. She backed up. Then she ran off. Clea narrowed her eyes at the nymph as she continued running off. Amara said, "Oh, thanks, Clea. You were so tough on her. Remember that time we were picking fruits and vegetables during school hours, and this bitch knocked our baskets over and yelled at us and said we should be at school." Clea quickly said, your chatty behaviour is going to get us in trouble again. Sweetheart, stop. Samara did not hear her sister because she was still talking. Clea chased her off because it was none of her business anyways. Why do people need to know what we are doing anyway? Worry about yourself. I'd arrived and heard Samara talking, so she said, Samara, again with talking, you should be working. Samara turned to her mother and said, we can talk, Mum, and pick fruit and veggies at the same time. It is not impossible. I wish we did not have to pick tomatoes. They are so yucky. Her mother shouted over her rambling, Samara, stop talking. Other nymphs heard Ida yell at her daughter. Samara was a little embarrassed. She almost started to cry. Her mother walked away. Samara was not in the mood to pick anything now. She looked at the basket and felt resistance. She thought, why can't we talk while we work? It is not hindering us from doing our job. I can do two things at once. Samara saw a rabbit run by. She said, look, Odrika, a rabbit, your favourite animal? I like rabbits too. Is it true that rabbits like carrots, or is that something they tell kids for fun? Is it true? Clea cut her off and said, Samara, stop, Mum will get mad. Start picking. Samara said, but... Clea angrily whispered, now. Samara said, I can do what I want. Samara would not listen to their mother and started to head back. Odrika saw this and said, Samara, Mum is coming. And Samara said, no. Clea said, seriously, start picking. Soon their mother returned and said, Clea, where is your basket? Why are you not helping? Clea said, I was just helping. Her mother cut in and said, Clea, don't talk back to me. Get your ass back to work. Clea grabbed her basket and walked away from her family, and she began to pick far away from any nymph. Clea began to start picking again. Once their mother left again, Odrika sarcastically said, good job, you got Clea in trouble for helping you. Samara said, but I did not get her in trouble. Odrika shouted, yes you did. Samara shook her head no. She said, no, I did not. Odrika rolled her eyes and said, why can't you do what you are told? While Samara talked over her, no, I did not, no, I did not. Odrika said, we are just trying to help you out and make your life easier. Samara said, I don't need help. I am not a baby. Odrika said, Samara, someday you will understand what we do for you. Samara rolled her eyes and then finally started to work. Samara thought, I don't understand why they interfered so much in my life. I am doing fine. After a while, their mother returned. The rest of the baskets were full. Audrika thought, I will ask Mum if we are done because the other two got yelled at. She said, Are we done, Mother? Ida said, Yes, we are. They gathered the baskets and headed home. Once they were all home, it was awkward. Everyone was kind of upset for different reasons. Everyone at the table was pretty quiet. Christos noticed this. However, he did not want to stir the pot, and therefore he said nothing about this. Samara knew she made her sisters and mother mad, so before bed she played alone. She stopped praying for a moment and thought, I bet public schoolers like Philo never get in trouble for talking too much. Public schoolers talk a lot, I should ask him. Well, he has not been in public school since he was 23 and he is 24. It has only been a year since he left public school. Samara enjoyed herself and began to calm down as she played. After playing alone for a little bit, Clea said, Our family looked dumb today. Audrika tried to defuse the situation. Well, all families have bad days. That was just one of ours. Clea said, I hate being around all those public schoolers. I just feel weird being around anyone who is not family. Audrika said, I agree. They both looked at the youngest and said, What about you? Samara said, I don't mind being around them. I mean, all nymphs get food from the forest. And Audrika said, Really? Samara said, yeah, I don't feel awkward around them. The two older sisters were in disbelief. Clea was in complete disbelief as she said, Really? Not at all. Are you actually serious? For real? Samara thought, oh, why is she questioning me? Well, duh, Samara stereotypes. Then she said, not at all. The older two were shocked. They looked at each other to make sure they heard the same thing. Samara went back to playing. After a little bit, they all went to bed, and then they said their prayers. Samara lay in bed and thought for a little bit. She thought, why does everyone treat me like a baby? I can handle myself. I wish they would let me go more. Soon she fell asleep.